It's about 6 feet wide.
That is great. I love a good Hanukkah bush.
Thank you. Me too.
Steve, you don't have your tree yet? I thought you had your tree.
No, I have my tree.
I thought so.
But mine's only 5 feet wide, so I...
Tall Meadow still has trees for anybody who needs one.
Mike looks stressed. I'm glad I have a passive job that I can show up late and complain that things weren't ready for me.
Okay. We're live on YouTube right now.
Okay.
All right, so we're good?
We're live. We're good.
Okay.
So I think we should just do a mulligan and start all over.
Sure. So we're going to do the call to order again, just to make sure we're on the same page.
Anka is here.
All right.
I'm here, Polly Rice.
And Catherine?
Kate Beal.
Yep. Okay, so we don't need any appointments of alternates as we have a quorum. So our first application is in regards to Rue at 10 Wilcox Street. It was an application for a sign permit and zoning compliance review. But we received information requesting that we table it for this meeting. So we will table it and resume at our next available meeting pending the receipt of the additional site plan and such. Correct, Mike?
Yep. You meet in 2 weeks. So we'll talk about it in 2 weeks.
Sounds great. Application 20-14 of, oh my God, your poor school teachers that had to do this, Robert. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's when I knew they were calling on me, right when I got that long pause. Long pause, I knew it was me.
All right, so application 20-14 of Robert Bicko. I'm so sorry. Can you please just help me out here?
It's Billick Bashi.
Oh, that's not bad.
Just
all
like
right,
itself.
Application 20-14 of Robert Billick Bashi, applicant for 22 GC 2012 LLC, owner for a site plan modification and expanding the outdoor patio at the property located at 836 Hop Meadow Street. Do you have anything you'd like to present right off, Rob, to sort of fill us in on the plan? We did receive the packet, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I think Mike did a good job summarizing how we got to this point and what we're looking to do with the patio. You know, it was very successful. It seems like there's going to be a need for people to be outside for the next months and years to come. So we would like to take advantage of this opportunity to be able to do something on a permanent basis.
So right. Mike, I have a question. I don't want to interrupt, but I see that there's 3 bullets on the things that are to be approved. Is that true? So the 3rd bullet, I believe my brother-in-law is in line to do some of the work for that. So should I recuse myself from the whole thing, or do you think we'll vote on each 3 individually? We would approve it as one package. I'd say you can recuse yourself on voting, but in order to maintain a quorum, you can just abstain because we really need a quorum here in order to act on it, needing 4 votes. Okay, I don't mind participating. I'll just have to abstain on the vote then.
Yeah, I mean it's because. You know, is it a direct financial interest? Well, there's a family member.
No, Bob's not going to give me any money.
I mean, okay. I would play it on the safe side.
Okay, I'll just abstain from the vote.
Yep.
Okay. But I can ask questions?
Yes, you may.
Okay, thanks.
So one of the things that I noticed that I was looking for a little more insight was there's no color scheme or sampling. Obviously, we can't have live samples, but I didn't really understand. I mean, I see canvas, you know, knee wall is brick. I know what brick looks like. But as far as the actual panels, if you will, the canvas panels, what what color are they? I'll go with simple things.
Oh, okay. If we in fact go with canvas, it'll be whatever color it needs to be to match the building or however they see fit for that. But I believe if it's Polly's brother-in-law that works in Bloomfield, we met with them and they proposed more of a hardscape finish on that with retractable windows. And that would have partitions between the windows. So in lieu of the canvas, it wouldn't be as many panels. It'd be several less panels, if you can picture that, but it would be hardscaped and things would tilt out. Do you follow that?
So, not really. I got to be honest with you.
So Steve, you're bringing up one of the concerns I put in my staff report. Is what I have on the screen right now. It's a cut sheet of a portion of the proposed renovations to the Andes Plaza. I don't know if members recall, the owners came in and they're planning on doing kind of a facelift to the entire facade, along with adding windows above and painting all the brick. So one of the comments I made was that if you go back to, and I'll kind of show what Rob's, just keeping in mind what I'm showing you right now for color scheme, a lot of grays, the windows are outlined in black. What Rob is proposing to do, I'm suggesting that this color scheme get carried over to, let's call it the seasonal partition or temporary wall, however you want to say it, that may enclose a portion of the new expanded patio, just so that it kind of blends with the same color scheme as the building. So you're looking at, the around the window, these would be the windows, black trim, gray, a similar gray to the painting of the building, and same thing with the door, a black trim.
Didn't we just approve a black and white new color plan to the building now?
Yes. That's what I just showed earlier. Did you see that? Did everyone see that?
I saw it.
Okay. And I brought this to Rob's attention when we first started talking about this application. I said, there's a planned facade renovation there. This really needs to follow the same color scheme as that facade renovation. And Rob, we're still in agreement on that, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. And go ahead.
Well, I'm just concerned. How are we going to approve something that we don't even know what it's going to look like, what it's made out of, or what color it is? That's I hate to say it, but a far reach here. I don't want to hold up the plans, but design review, the whole thing is you're supposed to see the design and we make sure it's consistent with not only the parcel that you're building on, but also the neighboring parcels, which we have great respect for Mike and his judgment, always leads us with great examples. But I don't understand what we can approve or rather give a favorable recommendation without any details. So, Mike, can you give me some guidance here?
If you're uncomfortable, we do meet in 2 weeks. We could continue to 2 weeks. The other option is give me two minutes and I'll pull up the Andes plans and tell you what the color scheme was called out in the Andes plans. And then any favorable recommendation, should you take action, I would say we're going to refer to the colors, first agree to the colors. My cursor is on what the knee wall would have to be painted. This darker gray, because all the other bricks, the retaining wall, I'm sorry, is cut out of this. It's going to be painted the same color as these. And then,
go ahead.
No, you go.
No, if memory serves me right, it was literally black and white. Anka, Polly, do you guys recall?
Yeah, black and white. Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, the awnings, the black and white striped awnings. Yeah.
Which I'll be honest, painting a knee wall white might not aesthetically be pleasing as it weathers. You know what I mean? A knee wall by nature gets salt, sand, because that's seasonal, but in general, it would be discolored as a knee wall. I'd almost rather see it go black if we were going to stick with one of the two colors. But then you've got white canvas, which also lends itself. You might have to add a complementary color, just being honest, Mike, to facilitate it looking good as it weathers the aging.
Do you think, would you prefer it one of the grays that are carried here? Like, so this lower, the upper story has kind of a gray stripe to it, along with the front. Would that be a more appropriate?
I thought the awnings were black now.
So the awnings in the front of the building are black and white.
Oh, so the back's a different color scheme?
Yeah.
Okay. That part I forgot, just to be honest.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying, so the back, really, you're seeing a lot of, you see a little bit of off-white in the upper portions of the second story, a lot of grays in the lower portion, outlines of black, and then the basically, let's call it the runners along the pillars here are painted at a dark gray, the brick.
Does the Iron Horse Pub have in their color scheme another color, like on their logo?
No, it's also black and white.
It's all black and white? Okay, because I was thinking if you had something else that kind of could give it a little bit of a pop somewhere. But that's okay. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay.
Are you going to have awnings, umbrellas, parasols, any sort of fabric covering? Because the popping color can be on these fabrics. And if in time, 2, 3, 4 years from now, we get sick and tired of that color, or if it fades because of the sunlight, you can always very easily replace it. So that will be the more popping color, happy color, you know, different than this very plain black and white and gray scheme. So is it going to be any cover fabric?
The fabric's going to be whichever color was complementary to the building. There are no umbrellas. The umbrellas are in the current patio area. All these tables are going to be covered because there's 4 parking spaces that are currently covered. So this is completely covered.
By the building, correct?
Yes, the building itself is covering
level.
the patio area, and we're adding three sides to it. The knee wall will come around 3/4.
Okay, so I take it back, I see.
I mean, you could still put umbrellas in there if you wanted to make it feel like it's a patio, but even though it's covered, I know, but even though it's covered, it's sort of like the Costco effect. People like sitting under umbrellas, even if they're inside, just because it like defines where they are.
We'd have to talk to the fire marshal about that because the sprinkler system probably doesn't work very well with umbrellas underneath.
Yeah.
So, again, whatever color we deem is good with the building is the way we can go. The brick's obviously paintable. If we keep it as raw brick, that looks good too, because that's just a classic good look. That was going to be everything and this area here. The lower portion here is what would be brick. If we left it brick. The gentleman who's doing all of the landscaping and patio building for us, he said he can facade whatever we want to put there, same price. He's like, if you want brick, I'll put brick. If you want the matching concrete cylinder blocks that were on the front of the building, which really don't look so good, he's like, I can match those, these as well. He can put whatever we want him to put there, we can put there. If he wants to be stone, we can put stone there too. same price. So he'll adjust the wall however we need the wall adjust, which is really, you know, you guys having most input.
Okay, me personally, definitely, I am a bit lost and confused at this point. I'm a visual person. I like to see a very clear elevation colored somehow with what we discussed today. I'm lost, seriously. And I'm sure it's not a big deal. The black and white color scheme that we approved before for the whole Andy complex is great. I remember those canopies, they're fantastic, the fabric awnings. I'm sure what you're planning in doing will conform with the overall building. But at this point, what exactly are talking about tonight, I'm not sure I understand.
I got to be honest, Mike. I understand what she's saying. Normally we'd have, there you go. Like this, we had a full view of how it tied into the entire Iron Horse facing facade.
Yeah, and I mean, really, sorry, I thought it was gray in the back. It's white. You could see with charcoal gray on the bottom. That's really your color scheme.
Yeah, and it's a very nice color scheme, and yeah, 100% approved. I like it fully. So what are we talking about tonight?
So, well, the question would be is, what Rob is presenting to you with, although it's black and white, you know, would you want to see that knee wall, the charcoal gray, similar to what's proposed for the renovation, meaning so that's carrying that over. The bulk of the wall would be white, similar to what the brick wall behind it will be painted. And then following the theme that all of the windows that are being replaced, they're replacing the windows with the black frame around them. Any openings in this would have to match those windows, similar sort of black frame around it.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. If you're asking me, my opinion, yes, I like it. Yeah, perfect.
So there's the dark bronze lighting. Will there be any kind of accent lighting on the Iron Horse side of all of that? Is there going to be, you know, that's because that's a color that you could use to define the space. So in that drawing, the drawing you have of the windows.
Yes.
Is any of that an opportunity to put that bronze color somewhere?
You must have some lighting fixtures as you approach.
Yeah, and then lighting, actual fixtures, right, as Stephen just said. It's an opportunity to bring that little bit of something else that's different into the project.
Okay. Well, currently we don't have any lighting fixtures that we weren't planning on attaching any lighting fixtures to that back side of the building there. The main entranceway, this isn't going to be a main entranceway. That door's egress only. So the lighting itself is really coming off the front patio, which is existing currently.
And there's enough for, you know, dark nights when patrons are leaving?
Yes, the whole parking lot, because it actually spills out into the parking lot.
Okay, I got you.
The parking lot is lit.
Okay.
So what's there now is like the metal doors, right? Is that where am I following this correctly? It's abutting the dumpster area?
No, where there's 4 more parking spaces before the dumpster area.
Right.
We're not taking up 8.
It's going to be flush with that area, right?
Yes, it's flush with that area.
So what's the new treatment? I apologize. I don't have the plans for the whole shopping center. What's the new treatment to the, sorry to refer to it as the dumpster area, but the dumpster area doors? That's still going to be the dumpster area, right? The existing dumpster area?
Yeah.
So what's, because I mean, that's literally, you know, to take the cues from that, we need to remember, I'm so sorry I don't have it in front of me, what we approved for that area, seeing as it's directly next door. Do you have that, Mike?
They're new metal shadow box swing gates, charcoal. They're going to be in charcoal gray. Looks like they're black with some charcoal gray accents. I'm gonna bring up the elevation plans just so you can see it.
Yes, please.
For the whole front.
You mean the rear, the Iron Horse side?
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Facing Iron Horse. How's that?
Yes.
Hopefully my computer doesn't freeze on us.
Well, that's sort of what I wanted to see. So the two doors on the right of the bump out is where we're talking about the addition. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to want it to kind of balance and look maybe a little more dark than you're trying to balance it with the dumpster area.
I hate to use that terminology, but the coloring of that area, yes, to, you know, like a picture frame to balance it.
Yeah.
You know, I am not sure. I can see the hardship here of trying to balance it against a gray metal grate. You know, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing. I'm sort of at a loss. It's hard to digest this, honestly, with the pictures. Catherine, you haven't talked. Take it away. What are you thinking here? Are you having any problems visualizing this, or are you comfortable giving it a positive referral? Where you at? You're on mute, though. That's where you're at. Can you unmute?
I feel like I could see a little bit more just to understand it better, but
yeah, Mike, I think we're all leading towards approval. You know, I mean, we want to work with you. We always try to be a friendly board, a business friendly board, that we try to expedite things, but I think we're missing just a little too much on this one. If we could just, you know, for 14 days, I'd be more comfortable having a color proposal. You know, we don't necessarily need swatches, but I think we would like to be able to visualize it a little better. Does anyone on the board, if we're going to bounce this or rather table it, let's be specific in what we want them to come back with. So it's a one and done if they have to come back. What else can we give them for our requests as far as clarification so we can visualize it?
Is there a way to do a mock-up of the picture like the drawings that Mike brought up from the other proposal that is the backside? Kind of
yes.
Like show the whole thing all together.
Whoever will be using will provide better plans that will look finished. They'll superimpose it on the building or whatnot. If we go with the canvas route, they'll draw up their plans as well. And if we use the people in Bloomfield, they're very high tech, and they'll basically give you a picture of what the building will look like with the patio attached to it.
That's ideal. That literally, you know, a picture's worth 1,000 words. That's, I think, what we're saying.
Rob, do you think you can get that to the board for their next meeting in 2 weeks?
Yeah. What's the date of that meeting? December 11th?
January.
January.
Yeah. January 11th. January 4th?
4th.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll get something to you guys.
And just for further clarification, the windows where they push out or something, just a further clarification of Because they're canvas. How does a window push out, if you don't mind?
Well, if we went with canvas, they'd roll up kind of like on a boat, on a yacht. Everything rolls up. And if we go hardcover, they'll tilt out.
So hardcover is still canvas, just so I'm following?
No. Hardcover would be no canvas at all. It'll be aluminum. It'll be aluminum with they don't call it plexiglass. They call it a different kind of glass that doesn't fade and wear.
So what would will the exterior walls be covered with coil? Is that what you're saying? Or those would be, if they're not canvas, they're made out of aluminum?
Yes.
And is that like coil is a flat aluminum? Is that what you're thinking there? Or would it be corrugated? Is there a texture to it? Is it like?
It would be smooth. It would be a smooth finish.
Okay. Yeah, if we could just.
And again, they can do anything. He was showing me that the work they do, they take aluminum, they can make it look like wood. The way they paint it, they take aluminum. It literally looks like brick. You can't tell the difference, unless you get right up to it and look at it. I don't know what the process is called, but it's phenomenal. They do a lot of signs with it. They were excited to manufacture this.
Okay, no, that's what I meant, was just if there is a texture or any sort of application to it, we'd appreciate that information as well.
Okay.
You know, how the panels will fall into place. And I got to be honest, Rob, if you can make the decision of canvas or aluminum, it will help us greatly just because it's more of a defined project. But we will proceed regardless of what you bring to us. We will take whatever action we are able to, agree upon.
I'll have the final decision in the next 14 days. We'll push to get this all wrapped up so we can start moving forward ourselves.
Yeah, you might want to, I don't know if they're going to make you, the fire marshal's the one that's going to tell you whether you need a light for the egress. I'm sure you need an emergency light on the other side, but just shining over that doorway as you leave. Even though it's exit only, I understand that. You might want to illuminate it just for safety reasons.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm so sorry to table it, Rob. We will definitely, talk to you on January 4th. Is there any other questions or clarification you'd like us to give you before you go, though?
No, I'll have everything that you're looking for, the color, material. Like I said, well, I'll probably speak with Mike before then just to know for certain what we're really looking to accomplish on the back side of the building there. The awnings aren't out of the question. I didn't think to put awnings, but nothing screams restaurant more than awnings. So if it was complimentary of the front of the building and they could be added, we could add them. I'm flexible towards that. But
it might help define your space too, to draw the eye instead of being split between the dumpster area and your place. It would make it like, look over here. Don't look over there. Look over here. So the awning, and you've got shallow awnings, which is the best kind, not only because they are economical, but also less obtrusive. Are what is shown on the facade of the hot meadow siding of the building. So it might be a nice feature for you to help delineate the part that is yours as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look at the front of the building and see how we can.
Whatever you want.
I'll look at the front of the building and see how we can tie that in as well.
Yeah. Or
Rob,
even next.
Rob, let's plan on connecting next week.
Okay.
That sounds great. So we're going to table application 20-14 till our January 4th meeting. We will resume. So Rob, you can check out. You can continue to watch the rest of the meeting if you'd like to. You're more than welcome to. But I think we're going to move on. Is everyone okay with this? Mike, do I have to take make a motion, or just table it?
You could take a motion.
Okay.
We'll do it.
I'll make the motion
Polly,
myself.
you could vote on tabling.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we table application 20-14 pending additional details. Would someone like to second it?
I'll second it.
All right, thank you, Polly. All those in favor?
Aye.
I am.
Aye.
Polly, are you going to abstain or are you voting? It doesn't matter to me. Just want to know what to do.
Well, Mike just said I can vote on the tabling.
Woohoo, that's unanimous. We're going to
Yeah.
table application 20-14 to our next meeting. Thank you again, Rob.
Yes. Are we going to push? I'm sorry, Mike. Are we going to push our? Do we still attend the 7:30 meeting this evening? Or 7 o'clock meeting?
7 o'clock meeting. Yes. Yes, because you got your special exception for the liquor permit.
Okay.
Too.
So that one I should still be here for.
Yes. Plan on attending.
Okay. Thank you. We'll see you guys at 7 then.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you. See you. Yeah. We'll see you on the 4th.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Did anyone have time to review the minutes from our October 5th as well as December 7th meeting?
I reviewed them. They all looked fine for me.
Anyone else find it? They looked like the meeting. I thought they were accurate. I didn't even find any typos, so I guess accolades.
We trust
the
Polly
transcribe.
fully. If she didn't find any typos, they are perfect.
I have a reputation, huh?
A good one, a very good one, Polly. Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Anka.
Oh, Anka, she's got more reputations than that. I can fill you in. Does someone want to make a motion to approve the meetings, the minutes rather, of October 5th and December 7th? I'll do it. I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of the October 5th, 2020 and December 7th, 2020 regular meetings as they are. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Doesn't matter.
No,
Aye.
doesn't matter.
Catherine, you're good with it? Okay, we're all in favor. It's unanimous.
Yes, so I wasn't at the meeting 2 weeks ago, so I kind of want to abstain from that and say yes to the October ones. Is that
Fair
okay?
enough.
That makes sense.
That's commendable. Is there anything else before we adjourn? Happy holidays.